You're an early bird, Henry.
Aye, even beat the postman this morning. He gave me these for you at the end of the lane.
Oh, something on your mind?
Aye, Quasimodo.
Beg your pardon?
Well, wasn't he the chap who went round moaning about bells?
Ah.
Well, I know how he feels this morning, I can tell you.
Yes, Alan Turner's new alarm. I've heard about that.
I should think you have. The racket it makes.
Yes.
So, I thought I'd come and have my morning cuppa in peace and quiet. If that's all right by you, Annie.
Sorry?
If I come at a bad time, I could call later.
No, not at all.
What is it, Annie?
I'm sorry, Henry. There's a letter here to Joe, and I think it's from Kate.
Peace offering.
Chris, you've already said sorry.
Yeah, I know. But I really mean it, Kathy. You fix up a night out for us, I have to work, and you end up babysitting for Nick and Elsa to take our place.
I quite enjoy the babysitting, actually.
I bet you'd have preferred a night out in a nice restaurant. So, am I forgiven?
Yes, you're forgiven. But Chris...
Mm-hmm.
I did arrange last night so we could spend some time together.
Yeah, I know.
And talk.
Sure.
And I'd still like to do that.
Oh, hell.
What?
Yeah, I should have got back to this guy yesterday.
Chris, I'm trying to talk
It's
to
about
you.
a long-haul run to Turkey.
Chris!
Look, Kathy, I hear what you say, and I'll put this evening aside just for the two of us, I promise. But now I really need to go to work.
Aerobics at the village hall, heavy metal at the Woolpack. I thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, well, don't get used to it. That's only on so we can listen to Seth's advert.
My advert, Archie.
No, Seth told me he did it.
Seth spoke the words, but the conception was mine. It's an Alan Turner production, in fact.
Yeah, he told me your idea was a load of rubbish.
That man's delusions of grandeur are becoming far too much. Oh, good heavens.
You've been on it.
Seth, why on earth are you dressed up like that?
I've got to look my best, Mr. Turner, for my commercial.
What?
It's not going to stop at this, you know.
What isn't?
Well, you heard what that radio producer said yesterday. He reckoned I were a natural. So once my commercial's being broadcast, that'll be in, what do they call it? Considerable media demand.
Well, you're in considerable demand at my fish farm, or had you forgotten?
I don't think I'll have time for that sort of thing today, Mr. Turner. Not after my commercial's being broadcast.
Now, Seth.
Shut up, Mr. Turner. I think this is it.
Oh, thanks, love.
OK.
I see Chris is back.
Yeah, 10 o'clock this morning.
Suppose he's in work now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't suppose he's popping back for lunch?
No.
Anyway, I called round to show him my outfit for the exercise class tonight. See what you think.
No, you didn't, Mum. Call round to see if I managed to talk to Chris yet.
And?
No, but he's promised to finish work early tonight so we can spend the evening together.
Sounds like you needed to after what you said last night. We do all hit rocky patches, you know, love.
I know.
This is more than that, isn't it?
Yes, Mum.
Now, Seth,
Hang on, Mr. Turner.
It won't be on for at least another 5 minutes. Now, will you please
It's
go
coming on now.
Oh, good heavens.
Right. Best of order, V. This is it.
Don't sit in your local, sup in mouldy ale. Give your gob a great big treat by tearing off along the street to the Woolpack, Beckingdale.
Oh, very
where
good.
your genial host, Alan Turner, is waiting to welcome you. So remember, the Woolpack, Beckingdale. It's what your throat's been missing for years.
That was actually quite good, Henry.
Hardly the sort of thing that would have happened in Amos's day.
No, but it's not Amos's day. Not anymore.
No.
Alan Turner's got to run the Woolpack the way he wants. And that includes advertising on the wireless and installing fancy alarms.
I know, honey.
But it's not the alarm that's the problem, is it?
No, it isn't. Problem is that I'm a silly old man, expecting things to go on as they were, expecting naught to change.
Yes, Henry, you are.
One thing that never changes, mind, is Annie Sugden's straight talking.
Why don't you accept the fact that it's Alan Turner's pub now? And for the rest of the time you're stuck there, make your peace with him. And if you really can't do that, you can always come and live with us. You know that.
Are you sure, Annie?
Yes, of course I'm sure, Henry.
I appreciate that.
We all need a bit of support from time to time.
Has Seth gone?
I have personally escorted him home to change so he can do an afternoon's work.
Oh, right.
Now, that man's illusions are extraordinary. He's fully expecting a telephone call from Terry Wogan or some such.
Well, we haven't had Terry Wogan on the phone, but we have just had a call about the commercial.
Really? Look, customers already?
No, it was a TV researcher. He says he wants to know more about the marvellous local character he's just heard on Radio Wharfdale.
What?
I didn't give him Seth's home address, so he's going to pop round later. I'm going to do an interview with him. Yes, sir.
We found him!
Who?
Jack, of course.
Fancy that. Where?
Up on top of the felt.
Get away.
And he's hurt. Come on.
What?
Tried to shift him, but he stuck fast.
I pushed me back, that's why.
Oh, for goodness sake, Jack, you've only pulled a muscle or something.
Oh.
But how are you going to get him out of the tent, Sarah?
Well, it's simple enough.
Sarah.
Hey! Hey!
There. Now you simply lift the tent off the ground sheet.
Sarah, there isn't a separate ground sheet for this tent.
Ah.
So you just collapse the tent on Jack.
Oh, dear.
Will you lot stop playing silly beggars and get me out?
We're trying to, Jack. But how come you did your back in anyway?
There was something sharp in my sleeping bag.
Oh, you poor thing.
It's not funny. I took my socks off and climbed in and...
Sarah, what do you know about this?
What?
Sarah?
It was a bundle of thorns. That's what was in your sleeping bag, Jack.
Hey, how do you know this exactly?
Because I put them there. Well, I saw your tent first thing this morning and you'd had me worried sick all night. So I thought I'd teach you a lesson.
By sticking a bundle of thorns in my sleeping bag?
It was only a little bundle.
And it hurt when I jumped back in here half an hour ago.
You were supposed to.
Hang on, you two. Let me get this straight. You marched out of Emmerdale to prove you're an international globetrotter. You ended up at Pencross Fell.
Yeah, well...
And meanwhile, this morning, you knew where he was, but didn't let on to us. You simply put a bundle of thorns in his sleeping bag.
Yes.
You deserve each other, you two. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's right. First left off the Hotton Road. We're right in the middle of the village. You can't miss us. Yeah, OK. Look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.
Oh, who's that?
That TV researcher.
Oh, he's coming then?
Yeah, this evening.
Good, good. I shall look forward to talking to him. It's going to be very good for business. I knew that commercial was a good idea.
It's Seth he wants to speak to.
Well, we'll see about that when he gets here.
Been waiting for you, Joe.
Never guess what I've been up to.
Joe.
Or rather, what those two silly beggars next door have been up to.
Never mind about that now. This came for you in the post this morning.
It's Kate's writing.
That's what I thought. But there's no point in just looking at it.
Yeah, you're right.
Not bad news, is it?
Not at all. It's an anniversary card.
Still feeling bad?
It's only when I move. I stay immobile for the rest of my life, I'll be fine.
Well, the doctor did say it was just a sprain, Jack.
Yeah. He also said we were a right pair of silly beggars, didn't he?
And so did Joe. And they were right.
I'm sorry, Sarah. Shooting off like that. Stupid thing to do.
What annoys me most is that Robert said he saw you and I didn't believe him.
Well, he probably did. You know, I ducked down behind a bush, but he obviously caught sight of me. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused.
And I'm sorry for poking fun at you. That was stupid too.
Let's make a deal, eh? I won't take offence at things.
And I won't give it either.
Done. You going out?
Yeah, exercise class. Dolly organised it. Oh, now, come on, Jack, don't be touchy. I didn't mean anything by it.
No, I'm sorry.
It's not my fault old men and exercise don't mix, after all.
So much for our deal. Oh.
It's all Rachel.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yes, Reg.
Oh, at last, some news from Mum.
Yes.
Is Mark back yet?
No, he's gone straight to the Keep Fit class from school.
Well, maybe I'll go down and tell him the good news myself.
Yeah.
Have you two actually read this card?
Only about 50 times since it arrived.
You've actually read what Kate says?
Yeah, it says, sorry it's a bit late. Love, Kate.
It's not a bit late. It's 6 months late. And love, Kate. That's not much after all this time, is it?
I thought you'd be pleased we've heard from her. I certainly am.
And me too. Mark will be over the moon.
I'm pleased, really. I don't want you to get yourselves worked up about this.
It's the first communication we've had from Kate in 6 months. Of course I'm worked up about it.
And if it's the start of more of the same, then I'm as thrilled as you are. But, sorry this is a bit late. Love, Kate. That's not much to get excited about, is it? It could even be that the prison chaplain suggested she send it.
What, sort of a duty card?
Maybe.
It could also be the beginning of the end of this nightmare.
I know that, Joe.
Yeah. And that's what I choose to believe, Ma.
Has he arrived yet?
Who?
TV researcher.
I don't know.
The chap sitting over there I haven't seen before. Could it be him?
I doubt it, Alan. He's just parked his ice cream van outside.
Well, I mean, what does a TV researcher look like?
Why don't you just wait till he introduces himself to Seth and then you'll know?
This commercial is meant to promote the wool pack, not Seth.
I've told you it's Seth he wants to speak to.
Well, he can speak to me instead. And when he's written a nice piece about the wool pack, I will consider introducing him to Seth. Oh, good heavens.
Anybody been asking for me this afternoon, Mr. Turner?
Who do you have in mind? The police, or bailiffs, people like that?
No, TV people or radio folk or happened that Jane Whale.
Why would James Whale want to talk to you?
I told you yesterday. That radio producer said once my commercial were broadcast, there'd be a lot of interest.
Well, if James Whale does call for you, I'll be sure to let you know.
Yeah, just a moment. Alan, that TV researcher.
Yeah. I'll take it out the back, okay? Woolpack in? Yes, Woolpack?
Mr. Turnip?
Turner?
Oh, sorry, and I'm sorry we haven't been back to you earlier, only we've had a bit of a snag, I'm afraid.
Oh, dear. Does this mean you're not coming to do the interview?
Well, the thing is, you see, we've been hearing some rather naughty stories about you.
Beg your pardon?
Yes, that radio producer you work with, the rather spilt the beans.
spilt the beans?
Yes, by telling us it was you all along.
What was?
That extraordinary voice in the commercial.
Just a minute. He told you that was me?
Yes.
Well, had he been drinking?
I don't think so, no.
Look, do I sound like the voice on that commercial?
Well, no, not at the moment you don't. And I must admit, we were rather stumped as to how you did it until he told us.
Told you what?
How you managed to sound like that.
So how did I manage to sound like that?
By taking out your teeth, apparently. Hello? Mr. Turnip.
Very funny.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Normally I'd love to come, but tonight Chris and I are having a night in.
Oh, it's all right, Kathy. I do understand.
No, we see so little of each other these days. We have to grab every chance we get.
I know. Never mind. If the class is a success tonight, there will be others.
If you get enough people there, I do feel as if I'm letting you down.
Oh, that's nonsense. Anyway, I better go, otherwise I'm going to be late. You have a nice evening.
Yeah, I must admit I'm looking forward to it. See ya.
Bye.
Rather short supply, given everything.
Oh, good evening, Alan.
Henry, there was I thinking you might have emigrated.
No, I just went out for the day, that's all. Oh, enjoyed your wireless spot, by the way.
It's a bit of a sore subject, that, Henry, at the moment.
Oh, Alan, I wonder if we could have a word.
Oh, Henry, not another interminable inquest over that damned alarm.
Do you think you could actually listen to what I've got to say without jumping to conclusions?
I think I know what you've got to say.
Look, Alan, I am trying to be civilised and reasonable.
Well, forgive me, Henry, but that will make a very pleasant change.
Right.
Sorry?
I've had enough. If you'll excuse me, Alan, I'd like to make a phone call. In private. Annie, what we were talking about earlier on. I'd like to take you up on your offer.
Is Joe not coming tonight, then?
No, Jack said he's back, so Joe's on early milking. Not that he'll get much sleep with everything that's going through his mind at the moment.
Yeah, Mark told me about the anniversary card.
It wasn't your idea, was it, Tony?
What?
Well, it's just something that Annie said. I mean, I'd really like to think that the card was from Mum, and it was all her idea. But we just haven't heard from her for so long.
That you suspect you see somebody else's hand behind it?
Was there?
Not guilty. As far as I'm aware, your mum did it off her own bat. That's got to be a good sign, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Just about giving you up, Elsa. What? It's my first lesson in basic survival. Not on your life.
Of killing himself and doing this.
Here.
Fun though, isn't it?
No.
Well done, all right now. If everybody's warmed up, we'll get on to the actual exercise.
You're joking. What was that then? What did she say?
We were just unwinding, Archie.
I've just unravelled.
Sorry I'm late, Dolly.
Oh, it's all right. We've only just started.
And now we'll begin with a simple stretching exercise. Right hand over to your left ankle. Down we go. And press. And shake.
It's a shame Kathy can't be here tonight.
Oh, she'll make it next time, I'm sure.
Chicken.
No, nothing of the sort. She and Chris are just taking the chance of a quiet evening in, that's all.
Not much chance of that happening tonight, I wouldn't have thought.
What?
The last time I saw Chris, he was heading into Hotton to wine and dine a new client. I wouldn't expect him back until very late tonight if I was Kathy.
All
right.
Oh.
What is it?
All right.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have waited up.
I thought you were getting back early tonight.
And I meant to. Oh, I had a meeting. It went on longer than I expected. I'm sorry.
I did say I wanted to talk to you, Chris.
I know. But I've been talking all night. Look, can't we wait and leave it till the morning? I'm whacked.
No, we can't.
Oh, come on, Kathy. It can't be so important that it won't wait till tomorrow.
I want to talk about me and you, Chris.
And we will, but tomorrow.
And whether there'll be a me and you much longer. Is that important enough for you?
What's up with him? Has he had an accident or something?
Oh, exercise class.
You what?
We've been to exercise class down at Village Hall.
Good, Caroline.
What's the matter with Eric?
He's been working out.
I always said that was a dangerous and foolish pastime. Enough of that. Have you seen Henry anyway?
Not since early evening. Why?
Well, he's not in the back room and he's not upstairs. I wanted to have a word with him about setting that alarm. I mean, we don't want another disturbed night, do we?
You haven't been upsetting him again, have you, Alan?
Not that I'm aware of. Though where is the blasted man?
Excuse...
Oh, Caroline.
Certainly, Alan. Thanks, Dolly.
Well, I think you owe me an explanation. I come back from a hard day at work and you calmly announce you don't want anything more to do with me. I think that deserves an explanation, don't you?
I don't think you and I want the same things anymore, Chris. I don't know if we ever did.
Look, what I want is simple. I want you. Always have. Are you saying you don't want me anymore?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Then what are you saying?
I've been trying to work out what it is I do want.
And?
And I can actually see the future quite clearly. The future I want anyway.
And what's that?
I want what Nick and Elsa have got.
Really?
Yes, a home. A home with children.
I'd marry you tomorrow, Kathy, and you know that. I've offered enough times.
I need to get away for a few days, Chris. Think all this through.
What is there to think through, for heaven's sake? Look, you want a home, children, the whole works. Well, fine, let's do it.
It's not as easy as that, I've told you.
Look, I don't understand, Kathy. What isn't? Look, I've just said, you want kids? Fine. Then that's fine by me.
No, Chris, it's not enough.
So, you want us to split up?
I don't know.